aces, it doesn't count.
Okay.
And don't rely on it. $50.
You run so bad.
So we are playing the stupid game, the stand of the game, call it what you will. Win a pot, get a dot, but you must show your hand. Last person to win a hand, or get a dot, I should say, owes everybody at the table $200. It's only 7 players in the game, though, so I think they should probably do 300. It's a really small penalty. I like to call it the nit tax. But, I mean, you're talking about, like, okay, so if you're the last one to win a hand, you lose $1,200. That's just not that big a deal.
And we both want to pick Ronnie. He was next, and he lose. And next, stand out and say, okay, let's bet again. No, I think Ronnie. And Ronnie said, stop doing that.
I think the size of the game, I mean, how many players are in the game has to be factored in when you're looking at how much to pay out.
On the cruise, in the big game, we played stand-up, and Rob must have lost like 6 out of 8 or 7 out of 8.
Yeah, you see these guys just go to war
Playing, and then he was like,
over it all. T1000's obviously got the goods. He's got kings.
we were like 1K.
And Mariano makes the call. Mariano has him covered. T1000 with 60,000 behind. Recycler gets out of the way. Kings versus sevens.
Like 4 times already tonight.
Really?
Oh, and there's a 7.
Check.
Mariano has flopped a set. And while I mentioned the stand-up game is not for a lot of money, still that adds an element to it.
Check is good.
It often induces the action. And look at T1000 checking it back. A little bit of pot control for T1000. Also disguising the strength of his hands. See if Mariano goes pot here.
Check.
Mariano checks again.
I wasn't even trying to say it like that. I was just like, it's like the only thing we can hold solids to sometimes is like we're in the black, you know? It's like,
And now T1000 is going to bet for value. So checks back the flop, bets the turn, 4,500. And now, what's the play if you're Mariano? I mean, it's a wet enough board that I kind of like check raising here. T1000's hand is under-repped. He could level himself into thinking that Mariano is just making a move because his hand is under-repped. Yeah, and Mariano is going to raise here. I like it. I like it a lot.
14 large.
And this is the one thing that happens when you check back the flop and you bet the turn. You put yourself in a situation where you're trying to think, well, is my opponent attacking my perceived weakness? Or do they actually have something? And I don't think T1000 can fold just yet. It's 9,500 to call. The pot is 28,150. He'll have a decision to make on the river, though, depending on what comes out.
All right, let's go.
An 8 would be a straight. And that's certainly one of the hands that Mariano could have. Certainly could have had some sort of 8x of hearts type hand. You know, if you're thinking about a semi-bluff.
Well, not the hand.
I think T1000 can get away from this, depending on the sizing of this bet. Wow. And Mariano has just effectively moved all in. He has bet enough where if T1000 calls, it's for all of his chips. And I think T1000 can get away from this. Again, Mariano's going to have it some of the time when he check raises the turn. And the times he doesn't have it, he's going to have a lot of semi-bluffs. And some of those do include an 8. Then again, Mariano probably knows that T1000 doesn't have that 8. So he can certainly try to rep it if he didn't have it. Not an easy spot with kings, but I do think T1000 can find the fold. Mariano took 6 minutes for a $3,300 river call. I think we can give T1000 a few moments as well. Pot is $83,000. It's 45 to call. T1000 not quite getting 2 to 1. As Mariano bets more than pot on the river.
Sorry. 1 or 2 more minutes.
For what it's worth, I actually kind of like these tanks. Let's just think about the hand a little bit. Put yourself in his situation. And I'm not an advocate for stalling or tanking, but in these kind of spots, I like it.
Oh, this is close. Nines, jacks. Leaning towards fold.
What do you have?
Overpair. You want to show one?
Can't.
Can't show one?
There's a price.
Okay.
Let's see.
What is that price?
10,000.
That's a hefty price. I'm gonna have to decline. All right.
I find it interesting.
Sorry, guys. I'm like so 50-50 here.
No worry, no worry.
Big pot.
$83,000 pot. If he makes the call, it'll be well over 100,000.
Yeah. Well, this is like 6 minutes, 7 minutes.
That was like 3 minutes or something.
Huh?
Yeah, that was crazy.
How long?
23 minutes or something. Yeah. The stream almost caught up. Doug came in the room and was like, guys, the stream is catching up.
All right.
Because they only do it 30 minutes.
I think. I'm gonna have to fold. God. I can't do it. It's so hard. It's so hard to let this go.
He does eventually find the fold. Nice lay down. Really nice lay down.
Oh yeah.
Come on, it's good.
Is one pair good?
Mariano didn't want to show.
He said watch it on stream.
He consciously didn't show. He was like, this bluff will be too tilting to show him. I can't show.